Hey, it's January 9th, 2020, and honestly, I've been standing in front of this camera for like 2 minutes, uh, debating on uh, should I even turn it on? Should I talk about what I want to talk about? And uh, and that is uh, struggle, failure. Um, Today, woke up and I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it. In fact, I woke up before my alarm went off, and yet, like an hour before my alarm went off, and yet I laid in bed for an hour and a half, thinking about, man, how difficult this is going to be, and this journey I'm trying to take is, and and uh, and being upset at myself for not already being out of bed, for just inaction, just not doing anything, not um, getting out of bed and getting shit done. You know, and this is also me trying to break a horrible habit and cycle of just like not doing something. Just I know I got to do something, just not doing it. Um, but obviously, as you can see, I decided to turn the camera on because you cannot appreciate my success without seeing my failures and without seeing my struggles. So today did not start off well. Um, Obviously, I got out of bed. Uh, had three, two things that I'm like, okay, got to get done today. Yeah, I didn't do well. I guess I take that back. I did one of the two things. One of the things that's a little bit more important. I need to get laundry money, and because I'm starting to get down to like 3, 4 pairs of socks and 4 or 5 pair of underwear, and I mean I got to work, and I'm not going to be going to work with dirty socks and underwear on. So, and I've got this big pile of laundry right next to me. Uh, the pile of laundry subconsciously uh, makes me feel worse. So having a messy place makes me feel worse. I mean, I've got like controlled mess. I mean, my my dining table is just a catastrophe right now. But it that's a spot where it's like, okay, if I'm gonna have a controlled mess, that's the spot. I've designated that as my chaos. That's my chaos island. Things are neatly stacked around it and under it, but that's my little chaos island. And oh, just realized I knocked some candles over. Anyway, um, but yeah, I woke up and like tears were coming to my eyes because I was like I'm so afraid of the hard work I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to fucking really work hard at this, and I'm afraid of failing. Um, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what direction I'm going. Um, which to alleviate that, at least one of my things I wanted to do today was to get a hold of, or at least send a message to, um, two people that I'm following on Patreon, and you know asking them for advice. Asking them how did they start off? Like, I mean, I know I'm not the only person who's going through this or has ever gone through this. So at least I always know that in the back of my head, that I'm just a Google search away from finding somebody else who's in a similar position. But still, when it's you, it just seems completely different. Oh, it worked for them, but I don't see how that's ever going to work for me. I'm aware that that's not true. So when the thoughts pop up, I'm quickly trying to squash them, but it's still there. I'm still struggling with, what the hell am I doing? Is this really going to work out? I mean, ideally, this is like my retirement plan. This is me working but not really working. I mean, doing something I love, which is bicycling, but having that pay my way. For the last just short of like 30 years, my passion has been cooking. I've enjoyed cooking. I still love cooking. That just definitely has not changed. But and I haven't even gone as far as I could potentially go in cooking, but that's not the direction that I want to go in. So I'm going to my other passion, cycling, and I don't travel. Well, I have traveled around a lot. I've lived in several places, but I gain freedom from traveling, and that feeling of freedom, empowers me. I feel I'm learning more when I travel than when I stay in one place. And I might be picking up things here and there, but I just feel more well-rounded traveling, visiting new places, meeting new people, just experiencing new things. But it's terrifying thinking that, ideally in a couple years that I'm going to be switching my profession, uh, going from cycling part-time to trying to ideally live on the road and do it full-time, doing things like these vlogs, creating video content of my races or my workouts, and my struggles as a job. So today's a rough day, or at least started out rough. I am turning it around, not quite. It's not a down day. It just started off not quite on the right foot. I've had issues with my bike, which I thought it was just one thing. After taking a closer look at my bike, minor issues. I figured it out. I think I fixed it. We'll find out on my bike ride to work in just a few minutes. But problem solving is a strong point of mine. I might not necessarily be so great at planning things, but solving problems on the fly I've just, through work, have become accustomed to. And so these little setbacks are just opportunities for me to uh, try to work around it, try to find the motivation, find the joy, the excitement in the whole thing. So yeah, something like that. In the next couple days, I should be adding some workout clips, ideally. We'll see how difficult it is to uh, edit video with what I have currently on my computer. My internet has been a little sketchy lately, which is something that supposedly I should be able to fix myself. Just crappy wires that I just need to reconnect, fix. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, I guess. I will talk to you all later, and be what you want to see in the world.